best looking S2Ks in Arizona.
Thank you, man.
There's probably like a handful that are really, really clean, but I feel like this car isn't getting. It's not as popular as it used to be. I feel like.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely gone down and gone up, and
It fluctuates more than I feel like most cars.
yeah, it's like I don't know. It's either like people get really into them for track, and then like they start going high up in value, and then start going back down, and then I think now recently, yeah, it's been going a little bit on and off, but definitely it's I say it's one of like up there with like JDM Legend cars.
Oh yeah, 100%. It has that timeless look. Like it's such a beautiful car. Is there? I guess I'm not really in the scene as much. Wait for this airplane. I guess I'm not in the S2K scene as much, but is there quite a few S2Ks in Arizona?
Yeah, we actually have one of the biggest like car, I guess, specialty shops out here.
Oh yeah.
And
Science of Speed.
Exactly.
Yeah. I used to live next to them.
Oh, okay. You know then, yeah. So every year they do like an annual S2000 meet and greet, and yeah, there's tons of them that come out, and like I'm part of all the forums and everything, and there's like you would not think there's that much, but there's tons of them. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like if you see cars, or at least me, I kind of dip in and out of the scene kind of often, and I finally got back into it. And I don't know, maybe my Instagram's just not tailored to the S2K, but I feel like you don't see as many as you used to. Like mid 2000s, I feel like they were super, super popular, and then kind of everything started being imported, and
yeah.
I don't know. But I still feel like they're popular, just not as they were, which is kind of nice because you don't see them as often, or I don't. But it's a beautiful car. Is it a AP1?
AP2, yeah. Just
the
the beginning years. So AP1 is, they say that year is more of the driver's car. It has the 9,000 red line RPM on it.
That's the super desirable, right?
Exactly.
The 9K.
It has all the non-restrictions on there. So for me, it took me probably like 4 or 5 months to find this car, and I got it at 30,000 miles.
That's super
Yeah,
low.
this was my first car I got off the dealership.
Oh, wow.
And I had it ever since, right when I turned 21.
Okay. So how long have you had it then?
So this is going to be 9 years having it. So.
That's crazy. It makes sense why it looks the way it is. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you put a lot of time and effort into it, you can tell. What kit's on it?
So this is the M&M kit. You definitely don't see this kit too much, just because it's just how aggressive it is.
Yeah, you definitely don't.
Yeah, and definitely there's a lot of S2000 purists out there that will definitely hate you for cutting up this car.
Yeah.
And making it the way I made it look. So.
Which, I mean, it's your own car, but
Yeah,
I mean, it looks
exactly.
sick as fuck. It's so aggressive. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
so
just...
this is the hyper wide kit.
Oh,
so this is the widest kit you can get, and this kit was actually, even though I had the car for 8 years, this kit was definitely like me and my buddy, and when I first joined my first car club, he kind of showed me the kit and was like, "You won't do it," and I was like, "Fuck it, dude, let's do it." So we built it literally on the side of his house, and me and him, literally every day for a month straight, I was at his house every day. And the day we had to cut it, I was like, "Just cut it. I don't want to see it, please." I was like, I got this car at 30,000 miles. During that time, I was probably sitting at like 70,000. So the car was still pristine, and I was like, "Fuck it, dude, just cut it." I'm never gonna sell this car, so let's do what we want with it. And the cool thing is he has an EK hatch, and he has an M&M kit on his EK hatch too. And yeah, I mean, definitely shout out to Tux Garage, because that's his company, and yeah, he does everything.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
that's cool you did it yourself. That's brave, especially with a kit like that. That's tough.
Definitely took some time. Like the kit itself didn't take too much time. That was like the week and a half, but it was just the fine touches. Having getting the fitment right, and Because my first set of wheels before these ones, man, they were. Just wait for this.
3 weeks later.
Goddamn airplanes.
But yeah, my first kit before, I mean, my first set of wheels before these, when I had work Rezaxes, and when I first bought them, man, those, even though they were 18 by 12s, the offset wasn't enough, and
Oh my God,
dude,
12.
dude, these, yeah.
What are these?
These ones are 18 by 12 and a half, but with my Rezaxes, they were plus 10 offset, and these are negative 54. So,
Well, that's
yeah, with a triple
wide.
step is crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize they're a triple step. That's nutty. What are the
Yeah.
fronts? Negative. Do you know?
My camber is, it's actually not that, it's not too crazy. The back,
Honestly, not bad.
yeah, the back is negative 5.5.
Okay.
But the front, negative 8.5.
Okay. I mean, it flows really well together. And what size lips do you know?
So the
massive.
back has a 7.5-inch lip, and the fronts are 6.5. So yeah,
My
these
God.
wheels, they were. It's not a barrel and a lip like like actual 3-piece wheels. It's actually 2 barrels put together.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so insane. And then you got what kind of front bumper?
So all of this is just the OEM
Oh,
AP2 bumper. It's just, yeah, it has the canards, and then the M&M lip on there as well.
The lip flows so well with the kit. I mean, same company, but I mean,
Yeah.
it looks really aggressive.
No,
really
like
good.
everyone that really rolls with the M&M kit, they usually the same combo usually. So there's only a couple people. There was actually a guy out in I think he's in Canada, but he came out to California last week for the Honda Day meet, and his car, I say his car is like the final form of my car, because his car is same kit, but his car is ridiculous. And I was like, man,
That's
I want to grow up
saying
to be
a
like
lot.
you, dude.
That's saying a lot. And what hood is this?
So this is a Spoon prototype hood.
It looks cool. Why prototype? Is that
So
just the name?
yeah, it's they didn't release too many of them. This one's
Okay.
actually a rep, because those hoods are so hard to find.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so
Especially with Honda guys, they like collecting stuff and
yeah,
scooping up rare parts.
yeah. Good luck with authentic parts for this car. It's like you want to pay like $8,000 for a hood, and
Yeah, that's crazy. What mirrors are these? They look like Ganondorfs, but
yeah. So these are like custom. These are basically like the Ganondorfs for the S2000. But there's a company called Renegade Motorsports, and they actually just, I think it was, yeah, early last year, they came out, and they released them for the S2000, the Integra, and I believe the NSX as well. So when these first came out, pre-ordered, I was like hopping on it. It didn't even matter where I was. I was literally, when I pre-ordered it, I was driving to Bakersfield. And I was like, I told my cousin at the gas station, I was like, we gotta stop, because I gotta pre-order these, because I'm not
Dang.
messing around. I need to get these.
they look good. They flow so well with the car.
Yeah,
I love the way
yeah.
they sit. And then you have a hard top on it.
Yeah.
Aren't these rare? Or hard to get, or expensive, or something?
Yeah, so it literally depends what hardtop. You know, this
Oh, okay.
one is the Spoon hardtop.
With the little duckbill in the back. Is that what? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, for this one, I definitely, when me and my buddy were thinking of ideas for this car, we wanted to go different, because usually everyone has like the OEM hardtop, and they have the Mugen hardtop, but we wanted to be a bit different, because we wanted to go for like the wide roadster look, just basically like a RWB,
definitely.
you know, Porsche.
Oh, for sure.
So we wanted to kind of stick around that view, and because I'm usually like a person of like performance over looks, and then kind of with this car, where it's like, let's mess around, be stancy boys, and piss people off.
Yeah. Dude, it makes people so mad. I had a Genesis Coupe. It was wide body with negative 54 or 56 in the back, and then
shit.
negative 34 in the front. People hated it so much, but people love it at the same time. It's
Yeah,
there's hit and
definitely.
miss.
Yeah, it's always definitely the purest, you know.
Oh, I
I
can't
mean,
imagine.
I'm glad I'm not like static and doing it, because that's just
would
crazy.
be
I
nuts.
can't do that, but I'm still functional. I can still go, I can still hit like 130, still
Right.
drive it.
And bags, they feel so good.
Yeah.
Bags beat coilovers any day of the week. I've had bags and coilovers. I hate coilovers.
Yeah,
They
no,
suck.
I had coilovers on this car when I first had it for like the first 4.5 years, and I drove it everywhere. This car's been to 6 or 7 states now.
That's
And
a lot. Holy
yeah,
cow.
and
You drive it or
yeah,
trailer? Oh my god.
drove. Yeah, the one thing about me and my homie when we first made this car, and we were in the car club together, we were like, we're always gonna drive our car to the shows and meets. So it's literally always been like that. And
That's
I
awesome.
mean, the only thing that sucks is all the rock chips. But I mean, I think now, just with everything, I'll probably start trailing it now. But once I like repaint the front PPF, then I wouldn't give a shit anymore.
And the cool thing is you got to experience the driving of it. You got to use it like it should be. Like, you got to experience that. Now it's time to redo everything and take care of it and
Exactly.
trailer
Yeah.
it, which is cool. And that gives you more options on where you can go. And
Yeah, exactly.
that's nice. You don't have to worry as much.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, definitely wanting to take it to like the East Coast for their Honda Day, or Gatlinburg. Yeah,
This weekend?
this weekend. Yeah, all the Florida homies are all going out there, and I was like, damn.
Dude, you'd fit in perfect.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully that's next on the list, or Import Alliance, or
Yeah, the big cool shows.
just getting it out there.
What taillights are those? They're sick.
These are my dream taillights. So these are Car Shop Glow taillights, version 1s.
I love them. They're super clean, but they're showy at the same time.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You turn off the dancing and they look sleek and aggressive, but then you turn them on and
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, these taillights, they're so hard to come by. And right when I saw them, I actually did a turnaround trip. Drove all the way to Riverside, California. And one day I met up with the dude and I was like, hey, I don't know how much it's going to take, but we're going to come out with these taillights. So I don't know what kind of deal it needs to be. I was like, I'll drive. I don't care. Because, yeah, these are like my sought for taillights. Because if you order them brand new, you have to order them from Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it has to be priced through like yen converted, all that stuff. And it's
tough.
usually like a 3 to 6 month wait. And I'm like, dude, I'm not. So once I found it, I was like, I don't
Take
care.
my money.
Yeah. I was like,
the slapping your money on
Futurama, take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
And what's anything done to the engine? Is it too? I'll wait for the airplane.
One eternity later.
And then what's done to the engine? Anything or bolt-ons?
No. So actually, when I first bought the car,
Yeah.
I wanted to go performance first with this car, and ended up buying a standalone, A Infinity, and spent like $3,500 just getting the standalone, and then after that, I was like, this is after a while, I was like, man, this is getting pretty expensive. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
when you build an engine or like upgrade stuff on it, it sucks how pricey you can get.
Yeah. So the engine is the goal for this year. So I mean, everything on the outside is, other than a repaint, and I might want to paint a different color. That's about it. And then
Is it painted now?
yeah. So this color is Still Night Pearl. And this comes off of like the 9th gen Accords.
Oh, sick. That's cool you kept it in the Honda family too. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. My buddy actually thought of this color, and I never really thought about going blue because the car was white before, and I was just thinking like keeping it white because I'm a simple person. Because me myself, I'm not like, if you compare me to the car, this is total opposite of me. So I don't feed off of attention or anything like that. I mean, the smiles it brings is great, but me, I'm really a quiet person. I stick to
same
myself.
here.
So I don't really like. But when the people see my car, they're like, "Are you sure you're not like an attention whore?" I'm like, "No, dude, no."
Dude, your car's an outrovert, and you're the introvert. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the same exact way.
So like every time when someone comes to my car, they're like, "Who's the owner?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know who the owner is." It depends if I want to talk to you or
It's
not.
that guy over there.
Yeah. So I'm like, "Yeah, this is his car. Just go talk to him about it." But yeah, I mean, I think I might go one more color change. I might do like a emerald green or like the British green.
Oh, that would go so hard with this car.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
That's like the last. I want to do like a green, and then might change up the wheels and maybe stay with the BBS family. But my final wheels, I want like a 3-piece Rega Masters. But I know that's gonna be
insane.
Yeah,
3-piece Regas?
Custom. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cut the face off of a monoblock and make custom ones. That'd be sick.
Exactly. So those are my final. Fuck it, spend whatever crazy type of money to do this.
You're looking at like 10, 15K wheels. Like.
Exactly. Want it to be like the next Blitzo 3 craze. Like, here,
that'd be cool.
Look at these crazy ass Rega Masters. But yeah, those have been my dream wheels since I was like 15, dude. Like,
they're so pretty.
Yeah,
they're so pretty.
They're
They
so
go
simple,
so
but they're so good. And then once you add a lip to it, you're just like, damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lip
so
is
crazy.
insane.
Yeah. So.
And then probably the last thing we'll talk about. What's the exhaust? It sounded good.
Yeah. So the exhaust,
It's loud.
yeah, straight pipe.
Oh, okay.
I live in Maricopa, so no emissions.
Oh, nice.
For it, so
That's
it's
clutch.
Yeah. So I literally, like, every time I get a registration, I'm like 5 year. 5 year. I don't have to deal with this. 5 year. I'm like I'm gonna keep doing this until hopefully no emissions ever comes. But I'm like 5 years. Send it. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, because if something happens, you're covered for that 5 years, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
so yeah, I mean, this one is the NVIDIA N1s. A lot of people actually don't like them too much, but definitely compared, because I had a Pexi before. These are a lot better, a lot less raspy, a lot deeper tone.
Oh yeah, way less raspy.
I love these ones a lot better. I might switch to the Q300s after, but this one sounds good for being straight pipe.
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, man.
It's a beautiful build, and we're gonna have to do another day where we can do rollers or something when it cools down. Yeah. Because my stuff can't handle the heat, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing it off, and
yeah, man. Thank you, man. Yeah. I appreciate, grateful, just getting eyes on it, and this car never comes out too much, so.
Yeah, it's awesome, and dude, I can't wait to edit the photos. It's gonna look sick, but appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you.
We're good. Man.